Hello, everybody. I'm here, and it's time for the stream. Yes, so today we are doing it. We're diving into Final Fantasy VII. I have totally entered, re-entered my just straight up Final Fantasy kick, as I almost do on a yearly basis. It really is practically like on a straight up just yearly basis. Um I will enter this Final Fantasy stupor. And so um we have hit it. More importantly though, because of a very nice Square Enix Steam sale, um I picked up both remake and uh the second part uh for pretty cheap. So I felt like this was a great time to actually then engage and take part in that. But otherwise, like it's just Final Fantasy VII is such an iconic game in many ways. In many ways, it's the most important one. You know, the it it's not the best. And I'm talking about so everything I'm saying right now, right? Because I haven't played the remake yet at all. Leading into this, right? Up until even just the initial release of the remake, which is 2021. The 97 version and what we had had for many years. Um, it was the most important one because for people like me, it got people into Final Fantasy. And the difference for me was I didn't own I didn't own Final Fantasy 7. I didn't play Final Fantasy 7 for real until it came out on Steam, which I think wasn't honestly until I think wasn't until 2013 or 14. And that was a big deal, you know. So well, why is this important to me then, right? Why is Final Fantasy so important to me liking Final Fantasy? And it was the mystique of it. The Final Fantasy 7 had a crazy reach that just like a lot of people don't understand. And like especially then getting into the early 2000s and getting like when like I mean getting on the internet and seeing various things. I mean, there were various Flash animations. People made Flash games based on Final Fantasy 7. I mean, there were inherently so many various things that people tried to do to make essentially just versions or accessible of Final Fantasy 7. Um, of course, Awesome Fantasy 7 is a real classic. Um, another great classic is Final Fantasy well now I can't think of what the animation name was, but it was the other Ego Raptor like Final Fantasy animation that he did. And I mean like I said, like these were important because they fed into the zeitgeist, right? Everybody knew of Final Fantasy 7. Everybody knew like when they thought of Final Fantasy, they thought of 7. And honestly, like there's a lot of people that have long held the confusion of why there was, in America, Final Fantasies 1, 2, and 3, and then 7. And to be frank, a biggest reason for that was just because people found Final Fantasy 7 and then later went back and were like, well, what was the first one like? You know, what was the second one, third one? Which is a real shame because Final Fantasy 3 is awesome. Though not not in its original form. Okay. One second, I'm gonna look a little funky here. But a big thing about that being even though in its original form, even if it like even though in its original form that I don't like it. Even though in its original form, Final Fantasy VII had a lot of issues, and it wasn't really the best one, right? It set a standard. It set a standard because it was basically the first one to really take a story and just knock it out of the park and give you, albeit not all of them, but honestly, like really well designed characters at least to make you distinctly attached to them. And like that was like a hugely important thing to it. So I'm just making sure then I want to make sure my Twitch settings are good still here. Otherwise, I'm kind of timing out an upload here. So that's why I'm giving it a minute. I'm giving ourselves a minute here before we fully get started. That's not what I want. Hold on. But anyway, so yeah, so Final Fantasy VII is I'm like debating. Do I do my Final Fantasy? There's a point where I really definitely want to do my Final Fantasy like tier list. I'm gonna bust out the tier list and I'm gonna make people mad. But when do I do that? You know, do I do it now? Do I just start right now and be like, all right, here's what you need to know about me, right? Like this is why I am like a fucking loser. And all right, let me react to this first actually. I want to react to this first. Hold on. I want a reaction. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to set this up. Where are you? Okay. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we need to talk about this. I'm looking at it now. I was getting a template ready and I needed to look at this. So this is the community rankings on Tier Maker for Final Fantasy games. and I just want to react to it by like seeing what's on here and gauging it. So let's look at let's see, let's get a good guess of what we're looking at here. So one thing I need to check quick before I get to yes, okay. Okay, so we're gonna get through some things here. Okay, so S tier has Final Fantasy 7, 6, 9, 10, 4, 8, and 5, which is pretty wild, to be frank, that the community rated 4 and 5 in the S tier. I know a lot of people are really attached to 8. My thing about people who have about 8 is, what I say to most of those people is, is the last time you played Final Fantasy 8? Because I'm willing to bet that it isn't that recent. Because you wouldn't be up here. All right, it shouldn't be up here. And then 1 in A tier, I think is okay. I think if you're including Pixel Remaster, then A tier is probably then accurate. But the first one's really buggy. Final Fantasy 1 from the NES version, really buggy. And not even just the Pixel Remaster, but even like the PSP version and stuff like that. Like, every version that came after 1 is good and does make it actually really fun. So I don't think I'm against the community putting it in A tier. 12 is actually my missed one on this. It's the one that like I've totally missed. Well, technically it's there's a few, but there are reasons for the rest. Sorry, there's a few of them, but 2 of them specifically, 12 and 10-2 here are actually the 2 directly that I just straight up missed. One of them was from stupidity. The other was just availability. I just didn't really have it around. But then 3 being A tier is kind of shocking. I would have thought, honestly, a lot of people wouldn't have liked it, but the 3D remake is pretty good. And I think, honestly, the 3D remake of 4 is really, really good. So it's actually why I'm okay with it being up here. Otherwise, I probably would put it down here. 15 being A, I think is pretty solid. I never finished it. I got pretty far. And it is pretty good. I do like it. It's fun. But it is very interesting. And it's, I think, one that I think a lot of people would kind of get over quickly, but maybe not. I'm going to skip this for a minute. Okay, hold on. All right. We need to have a talk. Why the fuck are these 2 up here? Why the fuck are these 2 up here? What the fuck? This is my problem. Why are these 2 here? This 2 should be down here. 2 should be down here. Oh, and I'm going to get to these. I'm going to get to the fact that somehow 14 is all the way down here. I'm going to get to that. I will get to that. Because I got a bone to pick with the freaking Final Fantasy community. All right. 2? It sucks. When's the last time you played it? I don't know it in any form that 2 is good. The fact that you have to level up every stat by being hit. You have to basically punch yourself to get your health and defense up. Well, it's not okay. So to get your defense up, you have to punch yourself, but you also need to punch yourself to get you as close to death as possible, and then heal yourself to then raise your heal spell stat, and then raise that character's health stat. It's dumb. It sucks. Final Fantasy 2 is lame, and its story isn't even good. Why is it A tier? This is F tier. This is below everything. I haven't played 16. I didn't play 16. Honestly, it just didn't interest me. This 16 was kind of my rebellion, to be honest. I made a choice with 16 of like, I don't want to buy it because I want to tell Square basically that I want what we're getting in Final Fantasy Resonance. So I will be getting Final Fantasy Resonance. Because again, I'm voting with my dollar, right? So I didn't buy 16 because it's not the game I wanted. It's not a Final Fantasy game I want. I'm okay with the idea of what we're gonna do in Final Fantasy 7 here, but 16 wasn't it. Oh my god. And then okay, so I think 14 got put here. I think the problem is these people thought this, they saw 14 and this, and then they saw ARR, and they just lumped them all down here. But when they voted for 14, they were thinking of A Realm Reborn / the whole game. So the reality is, I don't think that these are down. Oh my god. I don't think these are down here specifically because people are saying that these are bad. I think these are down here because people have essentially just lumped them all together and just decided 14 is what's good. And that it's the whole package that's good. Now, it being in B tier, honestly, actually, I do find pretty valid. I'm not really upset with that at all. Same thing with 11. I think MMOs being put into B makes total sense because makes total sense because they are MMOs, so they're not to most people as accessible in terms of like how they look at it. But then oh my god, but then 13, all of the 13s being this high is crazy. And part of me does want to maybe go back, try 13 again, give maybe 13-2 a fair shot, and then maybe try Lightning Returns. But I've never felt a reason to do so, 13 was bad. It just was bad. It's boring. It's not that it's bad because of the same way that I find 8 to be not good. It's not bad in the way that 2 is garbage. This realistically would go here for me. Fuck it. I'm taking this. All right. I've reacted like, oh, also this is a fucking travesty. This shouldn't be here. All right, we're doing this. I'm hitting go to template. We're doing this now. We're doing it live. All right. I'm hitting this though. This is the trash. This is mega tier. A is is great. This I would call like flawed but good. This is close to trash. Right? This is how I would rank most Final Fantasies, right? So let's hit from the top. Let's start with just do this numerically. I'm gonna do this in whatever, and my baseline for this is going to be how you can play them today. In terms of the best version that is playable today, where would I put it, right? And so this has the Pixel Remaster, which between this and the PSP version, which you can emulate or play, it's great. It's a great game. It's really fun. If not simple, but it doesn't ask for too much. And establishes everything early. It's important. This is an important one to play. It's so good, but not because of the reason that all the others in front of it will be good. So I'll put ones in front of it that I think are worth doing. Oh, I don't have music on. Hold on. You cannot hear the music. All right. All right. So two. Two is fucking trash. This leveling system sucks. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like the story. The characters are meaningless because they don't do anything. It's the second one. It was ah. Fucking ad. It None of the characters do anything because it's the second one. It's a great idea to try to expand upon the first one, but they failed miserably and it sucks. I own the Famicom cartridge for this because I made a terrible mistake and I accidentally bought it thinking that it was Final Fantasy III Famicom cartridge. I hate it. It's trash. All right. So personally, I would love to put 3 here. I would love to personally put 3 here. From just a pure biased like self-desire, I would want it here, right? It just is where I would want it to go. It doesn't belong there. It does belong here. Actually, yeah. The reason being, I'll put it here. The reason being is because, and I'll actually put it though behind 1. The reason being, it's awesome. I love Final Fantasy III so fucking much. It's so good. It establishes everything that we know. Everything that you love about so many things in Final Fantasy XIV is because of 3, and the job system is so awesome, and the way it works in the Pixel Remaster and the 3D remake, they're great. They fix all the problems from the original NES version. The only things that it doesn't do is fix the job requirement problem. It's not a game where you can kind of freely pick through your jobs, and it's rather unfortunate. The plot actually is interesting. I love that they do this whole thing where it's like effectively that, you know, you learn that there's this that you're actually part of a subtle balance, that before you there were warriors of shadow when the world was filled with too much light, and thus but now there was somebody bringing in the shadow, so now you as warriors of light must bring in the light. So I love that there's this balance and that's in the background, but you get to learn about it, you get to see it. It does engage with you, and I like that. It's great. It's just great. I would love to put it here. For me, it's here. But a lot of that is nostalgia because this was my real first Final Fantasy game, was this on the DS. So realistically, though, I would put it here. All right. 4 is also great. It probably goes here. However, the 3D remake is so freaking good, it goes here. It does go here. It'll probably be near the back, but it does go into Mega Tier because 4's 3D remaster to me is so freaking good, and the Pixel remaster honestly engages on most of those things even better. I love it so much. It's so good. But Final Fantasy IV After Years is fucking trash. It is probably, in a way, I would argue it's probably worse than 2 because it's just a rehash. It's the same fucking game. It's the same freaking game. It's just the same game, but you replay it in the worst way. It's a money grab and it sucks. Don't play it. All right, and then so 5 I would honestly put hold on. There you go. I would put in great. It's really easy for me to say why. It's great because it's everything that these two are, everything that these two have is put into this game. Like everything that's good about these two games is in here. And in some ways, even this one. What the nice part is 3 is a great marriage of 1 and 2, right? Because get better stat building, but it's not done in such an arduous task way that 2 does it. 5 is these 3, but just amped up. And it gives essentially what you had in 4 and puts it into a job system, which is really good. The story just kind of sucks. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's just the story is not amazing. And some of the way the job stuff work can be a little arduous. But I like the way that you get the jobs. You don't get the jobs crazy late, like in some cases with 3. You don't have to find as many hidden things like you do with 3. It's really, really good. 6 is mega tier. It's possibly the best Final Fantasy to ever come out. It is possibly one of the best ones. It's so good. 6 is just like, I haven't played the Pixel remaster yet. Kefka is one of the best Final Fantasy villains to be made. And I can't wait to play against him in 14 when I am ready to do so. But holy crap, this game is so good. It deserves way more praise. And honestly, it deserves the 2.5D remake that Brave Exvius is getting. And if anything, otherwise, I would love to see it to get like a Final Fantasy VII treatment. All right. Then 7 this is just going to be 97.7 because I have not played the remake. This will only be based on 1997. It's still, I'll still put it here, but I'm going to put it back. Maybe actually I'll put it here. The reason being is there's a lack of character growth. Pretty much everything that's wrong with Final Fantasy VII is kind of exemplified by everything that came after it. People love these characters, but we never got more of them. And then all of a sudden we did. And none of those, and then people didn't really like those. We got more with Advent Children, but it didn't add much. We got more with Dirge of Cerberus. And honestly, I would love to retry Dirge of Cerberus. That actually is a thing we're going to do in the near future. Is we're going to play Final Fantasy VII or Dirge of Cerberus. And I'm going to take a real retrospective on it and be like, was this game good? Because I actually really liked playing it as a kid, but we'll see. I'll obviously take a good look. I'm going to put this here. I'm not going to put it in trash. To me, it's close to trash though. I don't like Squall. I don't. He was really, really cool in Kingdom Hearts, which was the first way that I saw him. I just don't like Squall in the game. He's a dick. And like everybody just pushes these two together. Like Squall doesn't necessarily make the decision himself. It's ridiculous. It's not, I don't like it. The mechanics of the game go against itself. You want, and like having to, because you want to keep drawing, but then if you use the magic, then your stats go down, and therefore the game becomes harder. And the plot has like 3 twist boss characters, and it's like, great, cool, that's sick. And all the theories that were out there about, Squall death or the sorceress being just no. Final Fantasy VIII is not as good as 7. It's great visually. It's got, the visuals are what it has going for it the most. And that's it. Nothing more. It's disappointing. Oh, I would honestly probably. All right, personally, I'm going to do this. I like 6 more than 8, 9. 9 is extremely good. Vivi is one of the best characters in all of Final Fantasy, and all of the characters of 9 are amazing. The arts, people hated on this because of the art style, much like people hated Wind Waker, and boy were they wrong, myself included as a kid. Steiner is one of the great examples, honestly, of like I look at Steiner and I'm just like, I don't like his design, but I love his character. They're all so good. I like them. It's just I like 6 a little bit more personally. This is where I'm like the little personal decision there. All right. I do need to replay through 10. I've always felt personally that 10 goes here. And honestly, some of it is just because I always felt that the game has really weird power spikes. Like, it has just really weird difficulty spikes. I haven't replayed it in a bit. I got halfway through playing the remake, but I haven't done it in a minute. But I do like 10 a lot. I would just also I would love to see it get more. All right, I'll come back to this later. Let me do. All right. But 9 is 10. I think does go here. Maybe. I think a lot of its characters are just too iconic. A lot of the story beats and everything are very well known and well liked. That I do kind of think that maybe it is worth putting up here. Just objectively, I think it's worth putting up here. I will put it back though. I think compared to some of these that maybe it does struggle, if anything, either here or here, right? Like maybe in front of 4, but I'm gonna put it here. If not, honestly, just for the sake that we get a real Dragoon in 4. 11, I've never actually played. So I actually should, if anything, I should add. No. Let's add a row below. Let's make sure we have a never played because I do need it for a couple. So 11 goes here. And I just never, I wasn't playing Final. I don't honestly, well, actually, here's the thing. So I still was trying to play, while I was playing a couple of MMOs at the time, I was not I was not playing paid ones. So 11 went away from me because I just never played it. I have debated trying it, but um it's currently living in the never played territory. 12, I kind of feel like it goes here. A big thing for me is that it is very, very good. It never hooked me. I never actually finished it. But I do like it. And I think it's interesting and I think it did good things. I just don't know that 12 necessarily hits the best spots. You know? I think it is great in some respects, but it just for me didn't hit the same. 13 trash. I'll put it here at least. It's garbage. I hate it. I don't like 13. I think 13's not good. I think 13.2 was only a minor improvement, and then I never played Lightning Reborns, and I don't feel like it. 13.2, oh, 10.2, sorry. 10.2 does have to go here. I totally forgot what 10.2. 10.2 needs to go here. The reason I never played 10.2 was honestly just, as a kid, I was dumb, and I saw that it was a game where you played as girls, and I didn't want to play it. And that was really dumb of me, and there's a lot of people I know that don't look at it very positively and maybe would put it here. I just never played it, so I can't really say. Though I really do want to like it. When we play it, I do want to like it. We are going to do some Final Fantasy X stuff because of it being the 30th anniversary. And guys, fucking next year is 40 years of Final Fantasy, dude. Oh, I'm so old. All right. So we're gonna rate all the 14 stuff as they are. So 14 1.0. While I did not ever play 14 1.0. It's fucking trash. If anything, maybe I'll put it here. It was really bad. I cannot objectively like denote that. I don't need to have played 14 to know that it was just demonstrably bad because they literally blew it up. When you blow up your game and it becomes the lore for your new version of that game, it's bad. Now, Realm Reborn, I would argue, is flawed but good. It is good. And honestly, this is about as low as 14 to me gets. I think 14, many people I think would argue it would go here. And to be honest, to me it would be like this. And maybe honestly it should go here. It should go here. You know what? Just because of the post game for A Realm Reborn, I will put it here. The reason being is that post game is so bad. Baseline 1 to 50 A Realm Reborn, actually really interesting. I like the idea of how the game implements the concept of the primals, everything that comes to, like why, like how these summons work, why that they are brought out, like all these very traditional and iconic, you know, icons that we have seen, and giving them a new like a new perspective is really cool. But the post game is so bad, and it sucks because two of the most important things happen in it, right? Two characters die in the post game, and that's incredibly important. And unfortunately, people miss it because it's drowned in terrible quests that don't advance the plot and are just extra things to do while they were trying to figure out how they were going to create Heaven's Ward. Which Heaven's Ward honestly arguably could be here. I'm going to put it here. And the reason being is I think it just misses some things. It just misses out, especially compared to two other segments, but it's really good. It's so good. It's award winning. It's what spawned a meme. It spawned the meme. And it's because of that it really is great. This is the thing, right? The thing about these expansions is in many ways, they're kind of their own Final Fantasy games. Sure, they're sequels, but they are in a way their own games. Heaven's Ward does great on its own as the story, even without anything when it comes to, nothing with Garlemald, nothing, very little to do with the Asians for a portion of it. Like the Nidhogg stuff is so on its own good, and everything with, like everything in Ishgard is an interesting story. It does all great job. Stormblood, I would argue, is still better than A Realm Reborn. A lot of people would put this honestly down here. There are people that would put it here. I have to personally put Stormblood here. And the reason is it does get kind of boring. But everything with Xeno is awesome. Xeno is such a great villain. And this is the one that really helps make Garlemald feel like really enticing. And everything with Alamigo is such like a, there's so many times when you're kind of annoyed and you're upset and you're like, why are you people siding with them? But then you take a look at the real world and you look at the parallels and you're like, oh. So it's great. Stormblood is great. If not, a little sloppy. And then we hit it, dude. We hit peak. We hit peak number 1. We hit peak part 1. We got 2-part peak. Honestly, from my personal experience, I would put Shadowbringers here. I love Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is so good. It's so good. The like horror aspects to it, the stakes truly feel dire. Everything about going into the first is incredibly new feeling and incredibly, it just like really it just comes together so good. It would be the best expansion if not for Endwalker beating it out because it's peak. Oh yeah, I missed this earlier. I never played this, nor do I know anything about it, so I'm just putting it there. God, Endwalker is peak, dude. It's so good. This is peak part 2, but it's the peakest of the peak. Like, they cooked so hard. I was genuinely so incredibly stressed playing through Endwalker. Like, genuinely, because I felt every stake involved in this story. It was so good. And creating a great end for everything with the Asians and for Xeno. It just, I cried, dude. I cried with this DLC, dude. It was just, Endwalker was peak. Dawn Trail, I will put here. I do think it's better than A Realm Reborn. It really lost me at points. I love its aesthetic. Really, truly, I do. I love its aesthetic. I love the future fantasy mix. I love everything with Alexandria. But it just lost me. And I liked the idea. I really like the idea. The idea of essentially fighting. Honestly, it was the end of Dawn Trail that I felt like was better than the beginning. And if honestly, the whole thing was more centered around this plot with Alexandria and the souls, I probably would like it more. It was a great thought. And I love the idea of going to the other reflections, which we're doing in Evercold, which I'm very excited for. But it didn't really do that. And instead, most of the story is kind of silly, goofy, childish, plotty kind of scenario. And I think it's okay. Look, realistically, in the grand scheme of things, it's okay to have a Dawn Trail, especially after an Endwalker, right? It's so incredibly hard to top something like Endwalker. but I maybe would have liked it to be something a little more akin maybe to Stormblood. 15 is flawed but good. And honestly, I'll put it here. I think it does have its flaws. It has a not amazing plot. It's I really wish that they would just commit when it came to the relationship of Noct, but it's fun. It's still fun. There's a lot to enjoy about it, and I think it is interesting. All right, I've never played it, though it arguably maybe does go up here, but I never played 16, so I can't really make any claims. It's 16 is 16. I didn't play it out of protest, to be frank. So, I just didn't, I wanted to stick with it. But this is my list. This is what I would rate every Final Fantasy game I've played. Like as you can see, I've played most of them. There's only a few stragglers, and honestly, most of them by choice. I didn't. This, I believe, Revenant Wings. Was that? Oh, that was a DS game. Yeah. So it wasn't. It just never hit my radar as one to go for. Honestly, I'm sure it could be fine. But I don't know. I never played it. This I didn't play by choice. This I didn't. Sorry. 13 Lightning Returns I didn't play by choice. I unfortunately didn't play this by choice. We will soon. 16 I have also not played by choice. And 11 I think we will, but this was just more of a realm of circumstance. MMOs weren't easy for me to get into. I played Dungeons and Dragons Online, and that was basically it for a long time. Other than a few other free-to-play ones, but we'll get to that later. That's my list, though. Hope you enjoy it. I'm hoping also that it upsets some people. Give me that sweet engagement in the comments. Okay. I'm going to get us set up here, but let's do it. Let's get playing. I've spent too long yapping about things that aren't Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's time to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, I'll just go back to you. All right, like I said, I have not played the remake, so I've done testing, so I've only done like the initial couple fights in the subway. Hopefully, we don't run into terrible graphic problems. I will commit though to doing a PNG tuber if I have to, but we'll see. I've also skipped this cutscene, so I will not. I will be reacting to the imagery. I love seeing Midgard in the day, This setting to me was always so interesting. I didn't know if Survive Said the Prophet did the theme song for this game. There he is. Oh, Jesse. My man. What a cool guy. Oh yeah, we'll definitely run into a couple lag spots, but all right. Yep. I'm immediately level 7, eh? All right. These guards are real bad at their job. Like, oh, chess. Once the bar is full, a character can borrow special abilities. All right, so now we're abilities. Okay, so we can do the map screen. At least will just show us stuff right away. Nice. Okay. Whee. Eh. Biggs and Wedge. Oh, okay. That has a distance. Good to know. Anything to find here or nope? Okay. Well, I like the little nice. I can't take a whiz. Okay. Why would I need to hold some and then not others? If you find boxes with the Shinra logo, smash them with your sword. Okay. What up, homies? Oh, hold on. Jesse. Oh, Jesse. Cloud is such an asshole. Oh, I will be. There it is. It's the title. It's the title screen. It's the cover of the first game. Press R to lock on a specific target. Okay. Sorry, dog. Combat so far is pretty simple enough. A lot of it seemingly does kind of mostly surmount right now to being just kind of press X, but we haven't built like a party, yet. So that from that was we'll see where that goes. I do kind of wish he had more of the like purple that like he had originally, but on Cloud's outfit, but The limit break usage is honestly pretty okay. Like I like the aspect where it's kind of just it kind of feels like where I really can kind of use it every fight. What's up? The one thing we are going to have to run into at some point though is my hope is partly between starting this game and getting into retrograde that I do get a graphics card up. I can maybe get a graphics card upgrade, which upgrade's pretty loose, minor upgrade. Yeah. Every character has a unique ability which you can activate with Y. With Cloud's mode shift ability, you can switch between his balanced operator mode and his attack oriented Punisher mode. And Cloud moves more slowly, but X unleashes a more powerful attack than usual. Okay, so I can't do anything though against magic. Ah, Jesse, so cute. Foreshadowing is a literary device. I would say so. Look at his cool guy pose. Should have asked for more money. Cloud. Cloud is just such an ass, but it comes together, right? It comes together. All right, so now I can see how this. So holding down X releases a sustained burst. Okay. Ow. Try so temporarily reduce damage. Sure. All right. Use up or down, left or right, or use left or right trigger to issue commands to allies. Okay, so it's just to use the abilities. Okay. I'm glad it pauses for it. Give me some tactical thinking time. Just a little, probably. All right, right bumper sprint. Okay. And bear get hit. Oof. Those ones are longer. Oh, there is. Ow, ow. Yeah, huh? I'm just trying to see if there's anything there. Or dealing large amounts of damage will temper the column off balance or pressured. Yeah, it's okay. All right, enemies who are staggered defeat take more damage. That's what I mean. He's so awkward. Live and learn. Mm-hmm. There's no way anything bad will happen during this. I'm guessing we don't have like any material yet or anything. Yeah. I don't. That's not a different ladder. All right, I would say so far I'm liking this like way of doing the party system. Yeah, I'd say the bump would suck us back up. Not in a way that wouldn't make it let us not be killed, but yeah, I'd say clouds a little bit. You got you there, bud. Yeah, just some silly side effects. It's definitely the soldier stuff. We can get out in 20 minutes. I'm confident in myself. We can get out in 20 minutes. All right, you have thunder. Okay, good to know. Ah, fucking hell. I want to dodge with A because I'm like I get I get Dark Souls like coded. I'll use a potion. I'll use two here quick. A little pirouette. Fancy. All right, so he's immune to that. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so that is immune though. Ow, right into it. Oh, okay. Oh dear. That's not what I want. I was about to use and heck I probably guarded the blank symbol. Alright. Ah, damn it. I needed to be him. Don't compliment the giant scorpion. Oh. Ruh-roh. Oh man, I'm greeting a lot. Ow. 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 Oh. We're getting there. Honestly, this feels about as long as it takes in the original game. I don't know. You're apologizing to the robot. Oh, I agreed way too much. Talk about it nonetheless. I mean, okay, well, it's on. Yep. Got 20 minutes. It's bumping into each other. I think we can kind of ignore them safely, to be honest. No, I can't. All right, never mind. I can't ignore the fights. Wait, where is she? Okay, I can only go this way. Sounds good. Probably. No, there's a chest. Hold on. I can loot Goblin though. Neither are you, bud. Oh, hello. Nice. Yep. Haha, need a light, get it? Alright, let's get going. Chest. A bottle of ether. Ow. That's words out of my mouth. Yeah, get some potions. Gonna feel like we're definitely gonna end up needing something. Oh my god. There we go. I use items in... that'll do. So yeah, it didn't work, but they're letting it work. Look at Barrett taking a quick page out of Cloud's book there. Calmly waiting. You know, just clipped her leg. It's fine. Oh, Jesse, you're so likable immediately. It's ah, I know too much. It's so sad because they make you so immediately likable. Looks like we made it. You gonna fit through here, Biggs or Barrett? Look at that. Oh my God, we're walking at the correct pace. Hey, turns out it's gonna be they blew it up. Want to bring a little pick me up. Oh, nothing satisfying than like a hot shower after a bunch of shit like this. Like that's like she used the wrong bomb. Like that was the one for the reactor, and she the one that was the oh Jesse. Yeah. A little tear on the floor there for a moment. Yeah, you think he just keeps all that money on him? Mm. We'll do the tutorial just because I'm sure it's not dissimilar. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure there's nothing special about it. See, now both slots are filled. Isn't that neat? Yeah, I mean, realistically, yes, this was definitely Shinra's fault because yeah, that explosion would have fucked up the reactor. I don't know that it would have necessarily done anything now, realistically. But I know they kind of went for just like break it, not completely explode it, but inevitably they would have just fixed it otherwise, right? So yeah, he's a little more suspect now. Oh, the PTSD is triggering. Chasing ghosts now. Oh, is this becoming more and more like the past? Yep, yep. I was like, is this we're becoming more and more. So while there's an overpass, now we're getting into houses. It's all starting to blend. Yeah, that's it. All right. That was a new cutscene, though. Am I going the right way? I'm going to assume yes. A lot of these places got at least some nice AC units. Thanks, homie. Those are some big window units. Hold on. Like, look at that. Those are some big window units. Look at those. Those ones got to have the bracing. Hold on. Can I go a different way? Oh, you can. The flower peddler. You can't promise that one. This is different. This is different. Well, I thought you were out of health. A Moogle medal? What's a Moogle medal? Well, I want to see what a Moogle medal is. It's a key item, I guess. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I will want to head back here because there was some materia this way. Hopefully, it hasn't been fully cut off. Yes. There we go. What is the materia that I do have? Oh, fire and healing. Okay. Do you maybe keep fire though? I'll keep fire. Can I see materia? Oh boy. Oh boy, a little like. Oh, there's someone around. There you are. I missed. Oh. Man, how long is this going to go for? There we go. Oh, there we go. Let me see, though. Anything behind here? Never know when you'll find a nice material laying around, you know? Approaching residential area. So fire a fucking missile. Hey, hi. Are they coming from behind me? Where are they? Oh, they were. Hi. Oh, I've been stunned. Oh, get out of here. You're annoying me. Whew. Oh, more. Get up. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Ah. Ah, there we go. Whew. I could only have been so hopeful that we were near the end. Grenade! All right. Let me make it so that we're 1v1ing here at least. Oh, yeah. There we go. I know that guy. Weird. Hmm. Well, we'll be joining. He can if he wants to. Well, you're the one who gave him attitude, Barrett. Hello. Love that outfit. Hell yeah. So what's up? Oh, Jesse up here? Oh, there she is. And it sure didn't. Oh no, Barrett's gonna make a scene. Not making yourself real conspicuous there, Barrett. Shinra middle manager. Ah, good. I'm glad he read the corporate. I'm glad that's how he the fucking clap. Don't clap. Oh, Barrett. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to check. Texting the wife. See this. This is some New York shit right here. That's the real shit. You know, we love being environmentalists. All right. Damn. Ah, the slums. But you'll probably find some of the more happier people here. Oh, the PTSD really be hitting you, buddy. These things are new. These whole spirit things are new. That actually is a big thing, though. Is the whole Mako. Mako kind of is like a drug too. Seventh Heaven. Have a great day. Oof. Tifa. Yellow flower lost. Oh, Cloud. Hmm. Oh, Cloud. Look at you. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? But they made it that way, you know? Is that gonna be Eris's? All Oh, Tifa. What a pure soul. All right, I was honestly gonna end the stream there, but now I'm so distinctly curious. Dude, your PTSD is really getting to you. Yeah, these are new. Uh, oh, Cloud. Okay, that will be it then. We will call it here. Let's make sure we set a manual save. All right. Well, honestly, so far this has been incredibly fun. Um it, it honestly been very enjoyable. I'm honestly a pretty big fan. I can't wait to see more about it. We just kind of can learn more, see how the game goes. I'm glad that at least so far it's working without just maybe a little bit of like little bits of lag every now and then, but nothing crazy. So yeah, really excited to play more. And I can't wait to just kind of see how it continues to go. I'm glad we also did my fun Final Fantasy tier list. That I I really do love Final Fantasy. It's such an enjoyable game, and just or series, and they're so different. And I love to see how this goes. Just to see more about what the direction like they're gonna take so many parts of this, how they'll flesh out the story and world even more. I'm excited, but well, we'll come back to that next week. Yeah, sorry that I didn't end up streaming a lot this week. With the giant heat wave, it made streaming at night really difficult, and it's made and then yesterday, I had an eye doctor appointment, and usually like the eye dilation isn't like crazy bad, but like it was really rough to deal with today. Or yesterday. So I couldn't read, and I was worried that honestly I wasn't gonna be able to play games at all, and I just kind of decided just to let it go. So, but thank you so much for being here. Watch our new Heretic Hammer episode. It's out right now.